Hello, my name is Ben Hall, World Director on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. In this video I will explain the evolution of the world map for ancient Greece and some of the steps we took towards creating it. The objective we set out with from the very beginning of production was to create a world that was unmistakably Greece, based on history and drenched in mythical wonders. One of the physical objectives was to create a game world that had a recognisable footprint from a bird's eye perspective. From the unmistakable hand shape of the Peloponnese, the Cove of Salamis, Peninsula of Attica and the Trident of Macedonia, all significant landmasses that are easily recognisable as Greece. It was important to ensure we kept these characteristics when developing our version of the landscape. With this in mind, we headed out on our own Odyssey to visit Greece and get first-hand experience of travelling around the epic landscapes. While the picture postcard islands of the Aegean are familiar, the landscape of the mainland was incredible and very mountainous. The scale of the landscape in our game was a great challenge because we wanted to capture the beauty and magnificence of these vast mountain ranges and at the same time ensure that they were not fatiguing for the player to navigate. We learned from our historian that the ancient Greeks used the landscape in a way that was very interesting to recreate from a gameplay perspective. The Greeks utilised the terrain as natural fortifications, building cities, villages and sanctuaries on high plateaus, allowing great views of the surrounding land. This led to the name Acropolis, meaning high city. These setups created great opportunities to rebuild cities with incredible composition. Related to this philosophy was that the Greeks' natural tendency to create borders between city-states using natural landscape. High mountains would become the divide between city-states and both sides were aware of the territory. We utilised the same philosophy in that way to create boundaries between regions in the game, creating natural peaks and valleys between regions, allowing the player to really feel that they were discovering the world as they ventured on their own Odyssey. With these foundations in place, we began layering basic topology and more information helping to define the region thematic based on genuine historical data such as wealth, trade, population, leadership, allegiance and animals. Armed with all this research, photography and videos, we also studied the landscape data of Greece, looking at NASA's digital elevation data and Google Maps to better understand and highlight significant mountain ranges that we wanted to capture the essence of in our game world. From here we drew paper maps of each region with a rough notion of key landscape, cities, forts, sanctuaries and wildlife. This data was then worked on to create basic terrain layouts which would form the very foundations of our world. Over many months the terrain would be tweaked, scaled, moved and adjusted as we searched for the correct balance between natural landscape and urban setups. After 3 years of hard work with a passionate and dedicated team of artists and designers, we were able to continuously modify the landscape of Greece to bring you our historical playground for Assassin's Creed Odyssey.